together for Uncle Rocky, everyone! Cliff, for the first time in 6 weeks, I'm not the oldest guy here. Good evening, Peculiar Pub. Tony, good job. So, Pixie and I have been married for 40 years. Uh-oh.
Silver alert.
Silver alert. Cliff, the silver alert.
He's calling the cops.
So anyway, we're Italian, and as you know, Italian people like to talk with our hands a lot, right? So Pixie especially, man, when she gets going, she looks like she's landing on planes, like an aircraft carrier. Well, she broke her wrist a couple of years ago. She was in a cast and a sling. She developed a speech impediment. She just stood there going, like Pixie's like a fresh cannoli. She smells great. She tastes delicious. But like too many cannolis, she's killing me slowly. You know, maturing in marriage is coming to terms with the fact that your wife can't remember where she left her glasses, but she can remember something I said 39 years ago on a Monday night at 8:55 p.m. You know, nowadays, when people have an event, they do a video. If they're announcing the birth of a child, they do a gender reveal. Well, when Pixie and I were getting married, we decided that we would do just very traditional vows. And am I glad I did? I really nailed her on that whole wellness and sickness thing. So when I was getting married, I went to my dad and I said, Pop, you gotta help me out here. I want to make this successful. Tell me what I need to know before I get married. He said, you need to know 2 words. Yes, dear. Which struck me as kind of curious because he never said that to my mother at all. So I decided I'm going to go to my Italian off-the-boat grandfather. And I said, Grandpa, tell me, what do I need to know about marriage? I wanted this to be successful. He goes, well, this is a girl, she's Italian? I said, yeah. He goes, she's a Sicilian? I said, yeah. He goes, well, you can tell a lot about this girl by the way she uses her hands. I said, how so, Papa? Tell me. He goes, well, for instance, if her hands are around your throat, she's probably pissed off. You know, menopause for us was an interesting time. I like to call it the thermostat wars. Pixie spent the first 20 years of her life freezing. Suddenly, she's running around in little shorts and tank tops, lowering the AC down to 50 degrees. It was always freezing in the house. In fact, we would have intermittent snow flurries in the bedroom. One night we're laying in bed and I hear this bzzz. It's a little louder. Bzzz. I'm getting all excited and I flip over and there she is with a little handheld fan, just trying to cool herself off. I was very disappointed. You know, the emotional highs and lows of menopause are really off the charts. You know, she might break out crying at a Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial. I just didn't get it. The problem is, though, we're Italian. She took it as a declaration of war for what they were doing to pasta. Menopause is like nature's way of letting an Italian woman know that for the remainder of her life, she's going to be battling facial hair. In fact, my Nonna, when she was 90 years old, her beard was so luxurious she could have fronted for ZZ Top. And I thought aging would take longer. Right, Cliff? You thought it would take a little bit longer? The whole aging thing? Right? I would actually rather go through puberty again than aging. I'd much rather would have acne than arthritis. Buttoning this shirt tonight, as I'm buttoning it, it felt like I had hockey gloves on. I couldn't get the buttons through the hole. So, you know, you go to bed, you feel fine, you wake up in the morning, and you feel like you spent the night playing a triple overtime hockey game. The pains are unbelievable, just waking up is tough. You know, now I go into the bathroom, and I stand in front of the bowl, and it takes me longer to start peeing than it does to actually pee. And when I do, it's sort of this series of urinary dots and dashes like Morse code. Ships at sea have started to respond. There's 4 rules to aging. One is, you never pass up a bathroom. 2, you never waste an erection. 3, you never get down on the floor without a plan to get back up. Sorry, 3. And 4, never trust a fart. All right. That's my time. Thanks, everyone.